take over the streets.
Cops aren't against protesters, they're against violence.
It's nuts! They're nuts! They know nothing!
We decided to plan a demonstration for Thursday, September 4th, because we knew that there were a lot of protests planned for the first day of the convention as well as the second day, and we felt like the last day was also really important. And we wanted to have a demonstration that would send a strong anti-war message on the last day that could counter McCain's nomination speech. We're an anti-war organization primarily, but we see all the issues as connected. We decided to apply for a permit because we wanted it to be accessible to a broad number of people, and we knew that police repression was likely to be very intense. And when we applied for a permit to gather at the state capitol, part of the reason for doing that was just to try and ensure us a place to at least gather. Well, as soon as the band started playing, we watched as riot police started lining up on both of the streets that border the state capitol grounds. Then we saw a line of police on bicycles come riding right across the lawn of the state capitol, right into the middle of the crowd, where they grabbed two people who were sitting in the grass listening to music and arrested them.
Let them go! 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 Let them go!
Back up, please! Back up, please! Back up, please! Back up! I'm going to make you next. Okay, now I'm telling you to back up. Now, what can you
It was very
accept?
clear to us that the police were trying to shut down our demonstration.
Attention, attention, attention. Your parade permit will expire at 5 p.m. If you continue with your parade, you will be in violation of City Ordinance Chapter 366A, which requires a permitted event. Fuck that! Attention, attention.
The permit said that we could be on the state capitol grounds until 7. It said that we couldn't march at 5.
We are outraged!
It's so important for us to march against the war, and we're going to march anyway, no matter what. It was amazing because almost everybody came with us. I would say we had maybe, 1,000 people, or at least like several hundred. We marched down the middle of the state capitol lawn. Then we took a left and tried to go down Cedar Street, and we were blocked by a line of riot police. So we took a right and went over to John Ireland Boulevard, and we marched a little ways. At that point, it seemed very clear that the police were blocking off all routes into downtown. It seemed to us like they were waiting again for us to make a move, or they were planning some kind of move that wasn't happening yet.
No way.
One of the things that was the most disturbing that happened shortly after that is we tried to go back down Cedar, the place where we had started, because it looked for a minute like it was going to be open. There was a line of police, and there were two people that were holding the lead banner, and all of a sudden the police grabbed the banner. They grabbed the poles and were trying to rip it out of the hands of the people who were holding it. They shot him with a rubber bullet from really close range, and he fell backwards and he got a huge bruise that's about the size of a frisbee. That's how people have described it. They pepper sprayed some people, I guess to get them to step back, or just to, intimidate, hurt people.
I'd rather not sit in the horse seat. I'd rather not step in the horse seat.
And we're still here. And they tried to stop us, and they didn't. And right as I was talking about the police, that's when they came up and got me. It was interesting because they didn't just arrest the people that were on the outside edges first. They would come in and they would take somebody who had a bullhorn and who was leading chants. There were at least 2 bullhorns that were broken, and one that was confiscated or stolen by police. So they came in and they started arresting everybody one by one. And I would say there were probably about at least 35 or 40 people that were sitting in the intersection. And so at that point, we saw a bunch of people start walking away. And we didn't even realize, because we couldn't see behind us, that they had pepper sprayed some people, they had tackled a couple people.